Hello, everyone. This is Almost Legends Bell, just Bell for short. I am here tonight with Born to Shine. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I am doing absolutely fine. I'm excited about tonight. I don't know a whole lot about the Found Vikings, but I actually do know ReGen Red, or at least old ReGen Red, pretty well. They're former scrim partners of mine. I'm looking forward to see how the rebuild's going.
Well, that works out pretty well because I'm more familiar with Found Vikings. I've played some games with them, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do.
Very nice. It looks like the Found Vikings don't want any part of Battlefield of Eternity tonight. And Regen, they just don't want to deal with the Alterac. It's still kind of new. I think teams are still trying to figure out exactly what's going to work for them on this map. I know we are at times.
Yeah.
Let me double
Well, that's
check,
one thing
make sure
to
the
find
teams
with.
are ready.
All right.
While I'm doing that, just give us your insight. What are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Oh my gosh, I'm just looking forward to seeing, these teams are both in our division. We're both going to be, playing with them, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. Like I said, I've played with the Found Vikings before, so I'm looking to see some good support play from Sailor Sky. Shout out to my girl. So I'm excited. Looks like everybody's ready too.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get the first game started here. I am excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. The lobby should be coming up, and here we go. Like I said, I am not totally familiar with the hero pools of each player. Uh, I do know that Recyclic likes to play a lot of Lucio. Maybe we'll see that tonight. I do know that much about Regen. It'll be interesting to see if anybody lets the Diablo through. I still think he controls this map and several others where he can wall bang a lot quite well.
Yeah, I see him banned almost every game I either play in or have casted. He's still pretty high up on the ban list for sure.
Sometimes it just doesn't feel like 1 second's enough when you're against him, and when you're playing him, I can tell you as a tank player, it feels like that 1 second is an eternity to do an overpower.
Yep. But they decided to go with banning Maiev, which is a target ban. Thinking.
So you're saying they have a Maiev player over there that they know, maybe through scrims or whatever, and they just don't want to deal with it. And there's a Tyrande ban, target ban against Regen, obviously.
Interesting so far, yeah, that these are both more targeted, it seems, and not the typical Diablo, Mal'Ganis, Orphea bans. No
In,
Stukov.
I don't know that Stukov is necessarily ban worthy unless they know something I don't know about a combo that the other team's going to pull off. Maybe a Stukov Jaina, but with they get rid of the Maiev, which one of our favorite combos in season 5 was Maiev and then drop a lurking arm right in there so they're even more helpless. And Diablo makes it through. Did we see Diablo here?
I like the Garrosh ban though.
Yeah, I mean, Garrosh can punish people out of position, but I'm more worried about Diablo than I am Garrosh myself. I don't think you let Diablo go. Oh, a higher
First
priority on Ana. Okay.
first pick Ana. Okay. Interesting. Now the question becomes, oh, Kael'thas, do we see Diablo?
And Diablo.
There it is. Yep.
Okay, I know the other DFC games I've done, Kael'thas is like really high on teams' priority because of the bomb spreading and stuff, and teams sometimes getting sloppy about spreading bombs. We know all about that, right? My fellow support
We know
player,
nothing about spreading bombs. We would never do that. But he provides a
Jaina.
lot of control in the points here. So does Jaina and Thrall. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to think it's probably a Thrall in the solo lane. Jaina will be in the 4 man.
She's
I
gonna
know
be in
what
the
I would
stacks.
I know what I would pair with what I'm showing if I'm ReGen, but let's see what they pair. And I don't want to say anything till we see the next round of picks. In the Jimmy ban. Good old Jimmy.
Okay.
He's not going to get to play today.
That just means it might open the way for some more spicy picks.
Very well could.
One last ban here.
Maybe a white mane, maybe? I don't know. I would be a Lucio.
Lucio.
Okay. A
Interesting.
Lucio
Okay.
ban.
I haven't seen too much of white mane since her changes. I'm not sure how much of a priority pick she is anymore.
Yeah, I think the jury's still out. In this map personally, I think, well, I guess they got Ana, so why not let Rhaegar through? Okay, Alex Straza, more point control. More point control with Blaze. Very strong point control. Okay, this is what I would pair with what ReGen has. I like a Phoenix here.
You like a Phoenix, and what about your tank?
Johanna, if you're kind of going solo lane-ish or solo tanky type, Johanna offers the most control, I think. So a Johanna Phoenix here would be really nice in this comp. And ETC Zarya.
Zarya ETC. Interesting, heavy on the melee. They're going to be up in your face.
Heavy on the melee and heavy on the bomb spread.
Yep.
I still think Phoenix was the pick there with a Johanna, but they could surprise me.
I mean, Phoenix paired with Thrall, the Thrall slows on Earthquake and with Jaina would have been good, but... And there's the Alarak. Contender plays a fantastic Alarak, so I'm looking forward to this.
All right. Who do you got? Who do you think won the draft here?
I don't know. I personally like the Found Vikings draft a little bit more. Like I said, ReGen seems very heavy on the melee, heavy on the bomb spread, like you pointed out. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm not as familiar with ReGen Red, so I can't speak to that too much. What about you?
I think I like the Found Vikings point control better. It's always better, in my opinion, to have a double warrior frontline as opposed to an ETC thrall. If ETC is focused, he can be blown up pretty fast.
Well, and the same goes for Thrall. He seems to get blown up pretty quickly, fairly squishy for a melee. But, I mean, if Zarya keeps the shields on him, that might not be as much of an issue.
That is correct. I guess we'll have to see. ETC is going to have to be very selective, very careful. Probably have to use Power Slide more defensively than aggressively. Okay. Uh-oh. Why is not letting me move my game? There we go. Sorry about that. All right. For the Found Vikings, we have Dicky on Blaze, Sailor Sky on the Alex Straza, Cyan on the KT. Looks like PJ Tim on the Diablo and Contender on that Alarak.
Okay, and on ReGen Red, we've got a Bashor on the Jaina, Carve on Thrall, Arrow on ETC, Zolkan on Zarya, and Psychic on the Ana.
Alright, the customary dance here. No team's really wanting to commit. I'm definitely not. If I'm ReGen, I'm not going to commit. Not with the Diablo. One misstep, and I could be in a lot of trouble real quick.
One misstep followed up by that Alarak, then instant delete here in the opening minute.
There's a sleep on Diablo. He's got the ETC, but no shadow charge. So they're going to rotate a little bit earlier. They should, I think, have the wave clear advantage, honestly, should the Found Vikings. They should always be getting a free clear, while ReGen just kind of has to be a little bit slower.
I mean, the Jaina provides the good wave clear, but they're going to have to watch her mana.
Oh, let's see. Okay, it looks like the Found Vikings are going for their turret.
Early turret. Can't That's good, because if you get that camp early enough, then it respawns during first objective and you can get 2 turrets.
All right. I would have liked to see Diablo, PJ here, and Contender just stay, I think. Because they were a bit ahead and keep that that edge, but they opt to go down. I guess this does give a chance for Cyan and Sailor Sky to rejoin them.
Ooh, aggressive rotation there by Contender.
No fear.
Maybe hoping to catch out the
Thrall is going to get a gravity lapse, Diablo, and that is going to be a dead Thrall. First blood.
First blood goes over to the Found Vikings.
I'm not really sure why Thrall was not staying in the rotation with the ETC, but he paid the price for it, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. And I like this, the
picking up the support camp.
Contender and Diablo are going to go back here. I would like to see them break off and get their top camp going here. They have the time. Perhaps now. Diablo's going to be just fine there. The power slide.
Peeking in on our solo laners down here, and it looks like Blaze gets the stun off and slows on Zarya. But I don't think we're going to see another kill here.
Oh, and there's the Vikings on the camp. And ReGen opting not to go do it.
Yeah, they're not. They're going to opt instead to get that early percentage on point. But they're going to have to leave to answer that top camp. If they don't pay any attention to that, they're going to lose walls and towers.
Probably the walls and the towers. A miss by Dicky there on the stun. But no big deal.
A little bit of chain of damage.
PJ's backing up out of the turret.
Found Vikings still holding on to their turret for now.
Yeah, and I like that they're just kind of trying to poke at the turret here while they have point control, staying on it enough, but everybody misses the Alex heal there. That could hurt them.
They still do have that healing camp too, so...
Oh, Contender is power slid, but... Oh, big stun by Dicky. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. And everybody's going to walk away, but... The Found Vikings get control, and they still have their turret, and they have the heal camp. So things are looking good for the Found Vikings here.
Well, they popped the heal camp, but that means that they're all, at full health now. They still have that camp pushing top. So for the moment, it definitely seems like they have the advantage for this first objective here.
Oh, I do see that they popped it. Thank you. I missed that.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, Zarya's opting to go get some soak here, try to get him to 7. We got him soaking top and clearing that. Now they're on an even talent tier. I look for them to come down here and contest shortly. See if we can get the Zarya could be in some trouble here.
At 90%, they're going to have to contest now, or...
There's a power slide. ETC is on an island. Alex is out. Blaze is the turret's down. ETC is on put himself on an island again here. He could be in a lot of trouble. I'll be surprised if ETC lives through this.
Yep,
and that is... Oh, Dicky! Got a little greedy, but it works out. There goes a Diablo. Oh, ReGen has turned this around.
Right,
I did not see that coming. That was very well played by ReGen. I thought for sure when the ETC went down, that was going to be the end of it.
That maximum excitement factor with the 99% in the overtime. They just were waiting to time it right. And the Diablo coming back in, though.
I gotta get the cursor out of here.
Diablo falling super low then. He doesn't have his souls this time. He is getting chased off the point there.
They're going to have to back out again.
Yeah. ReGen has the advantage this time, being high health and on the point already, so... And there's no Dragon Queen this time to help out. Oh,
And now Blaze is in trouble, and body blocks are real. That is going to be the first objective
First
over
protect.
to ReGen.
Yep. Well played by them. Um,
Very well
backing
played.
out after Dragon Queen popped, and then coming back in when they were, at their full strength again. They were patient, and it paid off.
Absolutely. This definitely should be a well here. ETC has
They're getting
gone
that
to get them 10. They will get 10. And
Looks like Clemson and
wisely,
Found Vikings are all top. They're not trying to get 10 right now. They're trying to defend as a 5 stack.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Blaze doesn't really offer a lot in terms of damage here. He would have been better served getting them on the same talent tier.
I agree with, but looks like Protector's rotating down to mid. They've got about roughly 10 seconds left on that. Don't know
Should
if
be
they're
able
going
to
to
get this
take too
tower.
much more.
Oh, they decide to back out instead of being greedy, which is what I would have done. But I'm a greedy type of player. Probably a wiser decision
An
to
early
back
pop on
out.
the Dragon Queen.
Oh, that could be down.
That'll be down for next objective, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see what the Vikings are going to do. They're going to their camp. ReGen's gone to their camp.
Everybody's getting their turrets again.
I do like that the
see
Found Vikings have split soak here, trying to catch up in this experience a little bit.
We're gonna see Dicky might be getting caught out here, but looks like he's gonna make it out of there. Didn't get the jump on him.
Yeah, and now we have a rotation. Middle, Alex comes down to top off the blaze there, Dicky.
Looks like ReGen might be checking
Baiting.
rotations, baiting out the support camp, trying to see if Found Vikings go for it, but
They have
they're gonna
no
walk
interest.
right past. Yeah, with both teams on even talent tiers, I don't know that that's a fight I would want to take necessarily.
No, I agree, but I do like the fact that Arrow is just kind of sitting there, daring them almost to come in. If they don't check the bush, the rest of his team can. Oh, there's a power slide on Contender, but he's going to be just fine.
And ETC did take that stage dive, so he's going to have global presence. He can pop into the objectives. Take a look at some of these other alts here. We've got Cleansing Flame from the Alexstrasza, Pyroblast from Kael'thas,
APOC from Diablo, Meme
Ring
Blast.
and Earthquake from Jaina and Thrall. And Ana did take the Nano Boost, so I would...
Well, she has to take Nano Boost, right?
I mean, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Horus is still banned. You're correct. So, but I mean, she's got a good target for the Nano with Jaina. But yeah, until they fix the healing issues with Eye of Horus, we're not going to be able to see that here in NGS.
Oh, there's a 3-man
Massive
silence.
Ooh,
Oh.
the power slide from ETC pushing them out of the Alex heal.
That's big.
That was well played, yeah.
I tell you, it looks like Contender in one misstep, it could be 3 silences and 3 deaths pretty quick.
I have seen Contender's Alarak firsthand, and it's scary. I would not want to be on the receiving end of those silences.
No, and as a tank player, it can just ruin everything you're trying to do. Alarak's just one of those pests that if you have somebody that plays him well, it can just make nightmares for the heal and for the front line.
He can make or break a team fight for sure.
So here we got PJ pushing in, changes his mind. Instead they opt to poke down the turret, probably a wise decision.
Diablo eating some damage.
Oh, PJ's in some trouble. PJ's gonna go down, and a big ring.
Huge.
Oh, but Kael'thas and the bombs are real. And there's that Alarak. Oh. Well played.
Team wipe for ReGen Red.
That seems like a pretty fair trade. 1 for 5. I'd take that.
Yeah. Not too bad, yeah. And Diablo's coming back now, so he'll be back before the members of ReGen are.
I do like the fact that they've capitalized in taking this.
Let Alex sit on the point, continue to rack up that percentage, and maybe take this support camp here, it looks like.
That's what Contender's
Yep.
thinking, it looks like.
I think that's a smart move as well. The members of ReGen are just coming back now. As long as Alex is careful up there, they can get this support camp and be up, ready to do round 2.
Yeah, that was good awareness by Sailor Sky there, just to know, you know what, I need to get out of here, give him time, and
They could afford to give a little bit of that percentage and come back in with the items advantage.
There's a big stun by Dicky.
Went to the slow though from Thrall.
Another big ring here. But Alex is up to the tat, and there goes Azaria.
Alex keeps healing them through all that damage. Despite those
Diablo
healing
says,
reductions,
"You shall not go, cowboy."
you shall not pass. Not today.
And this should go over to the Vikings.
Second objective will be theirs. ReGen down 3 people for the defense here.
And they have a Kata. I would like to see them take them and see if they can get an early... Oh, they have other plans. I would have went for the early keep, but that's just me.
And the constant catapult pressure, but it looks like they're going to prioritize the fountain here in mid maybe, and then probably go get that fountain. Oh, they're going to opt to take the fort here as well.
It looks like they're just opting to open up the map in its entirety.
Yeah. See if they, yeah, looks like they're going to back out, take the protector bot, and hopefully get that fountain, and maybe even possibly that fort bot too before this third objective.
Definitely could happen. They got to be careful here. With the Found Vikings having the protector, they lose 2 people, or even 1. I mean, we're definitely talking front wall, this bottom keep.
About 20 seconds left on that protector, and they're choosing to push forward, potentially put pressure on that keep.
Try to get the front wall. I like this because if they get the next protector, that's a guaranteed keep bottom.
Guaranteed, yep. Well, I think they would be wise to start backing out right about now. Only 5 seconds left on that protector. Half health. Yep.
Especially putting your Alex at risk. So they definitely get out. They are opting to go for the camp, and why not your talent tier up here?
Your talent tier up, yeah. ReGen's not going to be able to do too much about that, so I think that was a smart move on their part. Now, if they can go over and take theirs, then that's 2 turrets they'll have for the infamous third objective battle.
There's 2 turrets.
2
Now,
turrets for Found Vikings.
If you're ReGen here, do you try to get a fight before the bottom objective here? Because everybody knows those conveyor belts can cause just chaos. And when you're counting, it looks like on a ring of frost. It just makes it that much harder to hit that big ring.
If I'm ReGen, I'm going to take this fight here at the support camp. And it looks like that's
what they're going to
do here. Yep, if they can get a pick or 2 here, they could turn this game around.
Kaothos could be... Oh, walks into the ring.
Oh, but the heal's coming out from Alex. Kaothos staying alive for now.
And the bombs are just... They're going to be too much. I like that they took the fight there, but the Kaothos bombs, even though he died, they were real in that fight.
That was a 1 for 3, so yes, even with Kaothos down, if you're the Found Vikings, that fight
Oh, Contender not satisfied. Decides that the cow needs to go to the slaughterhouse.
Wanted 4 kills instead of 3. Can't say I blame him. There we go. That's 2 healing camps now for the Found Vikings. Kael'thas did drop one of those turrets during that last fight, so they're down to 1 turret, but with Alex still up in those 2 heal camps, it looks like they're gonna have no shortage of heals.
Nope, and I think the 1 turret's worth all the kills and all the control they got there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it looks like they're going to go get their camp out, which I like this call. That's just going to make it even more important that they send somebody up to deal with it because it's going to have a catus building up behind it.
Yep, it's going to put pressure on that opposite side of the map from where objective is. So it's going to give ReGen more things to deal with. Go. There we go, 30 seconds until that bottom point. It looks like this turret camp for ReGen is going to be up again. Wondering if they're going to try and take it, or if they're going to be...
I would like to see the Vikings invade. Now that it's up, they're 20, ReGen 17. Dare them to take a fight here. This should be your camp.
Looks like they're both teams kind of scoping it out, and ReGen's choosing just to give that.
I think that's wise. 17 into 20. You don't want to take that fight.
Oh, the Found Vikings going to go grab their turret camp again. Almost every member of their team's going to have something to bring to this last objective here.
Well, I think Cyan's like, hey, why can't I hold something? So they went over there and got it. Because he's the only one with the only slot open. So I think he was feeling lonely. So they went and got it for him.
There we go, yep. That is 3 turrets, 2 healing camps, and they are 20, while ReGen is still 18. ReGen cleared that top camp, it looks like.
They need to do what they're doing, I think, which is push out this bottom lane as much as they can. Understand that you just cannot contest this and concede that you are most likely going to lose bottom keep. Hopefully, that's all you lose, but that's definitely gone. Oh, they've decided they're going to take this fight.
I don't know.
Okay.
You already see the turrets, the healing camp.
All right, Zarya is going to be... Oh, big silence. Big silence.
Oh.
And there's a ring. It's going to be too late. That's 5 down. This should be game.
That should be game. That is a 5-man team wipe for ReGen. No deaths on the side of the Found Vikings. They've got the Protector. This is definitely for sure going to be keep and most likely game as well. Said.
I don't understand why you take that fight. I mean, I know you're trying. You're down. You're like, you know.
Trying to make something happen, but if.
Why not fight under your core? If you're gonna have to fight.
Seen ReGen Red go and triple soak those lanes, try and get as close to 20 as possible for backing to defend the core and attempt, like you said, to defend there with those 20 talents.
But this will definitely be the first game over to the Found Vikings. Well played.
Pretty quick there to that Protector, yes. GG's all around.
Well, that was interesting. I know they were in desperation mode, but I don't know. I think it's better to fight under your core in that situation, but that's just me.
No, I'm with you. Like I said, I think, try and triple soak those lanes and get to 20s, bring yourself up, on even talent tiers, and then take that fight with your core helping defend. But they felt like they needed to try and make something happen. They gave it their all, and game ended up going over to the Found Vikings.
And look at the Alarak. Actually, that's pretty solid damage out of an Alarak. That was really nasty.
Yeah, like I said, Contender plays a great Alarak, so definitely got some value out of the silences there for sure. Although the Kael'thas, 7 kills from Kael'thas, so I think those definitely got value out of the bomb spreading there too.
Okay, well, we are going to take a quick break, find out where we are going next. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're getting the lobby set up. Things are shaping up. We're going to go to Tomb, it looks like. And I forgot to set that. My fault. On the, let's see. It would have been their pick, ReGen's. ReGen opted to get the map. So we are definitely going to go to Tomb here. What do you think about that, Born?
I personally really like Tomb. It's one of my favorite maps to play. Small map. You can get really good rotations going. Fights over the two different turn-in points here. I enjoy it, but what do you think?
I like that it can be team fight heavy or rotation based. It's going to depend on what style are you going to draft? Are you going to try to win the rotation battle, or are you just going to flat out try to kill your opponent?
Still going to need some wave clear. You do have to turn in gems. I don't think I've ever seen a team win this map without objective.
They can't win if they're dead.
Also true. Point taken. But we're going to see another Tyrande ban here. Found Vikings really don't want to have to deal with her.
And another target ban here. So I'm wondering if we're going to get the same bans here. Maybe these teams know each other and know. I tell you what I would like to see ReGen do here. I don't want to deal with the Alarak this time if I'm them. This is a smaller map. Alarak gets tons of value.
Yep.
But they opt for another Stukov ban.
Almost identical bans, slightly different order this time, but two of the same bans from both teams. Interesting. They, like you said, they must have done some scouting or have scrimmed together, and know a little bit more than we do.
Well, they let the Diablo through, but they opt for the Kael'thas again, and why not? He absolutely wrecked last game.
Yeah, and he's another one. He can, strong on this map. Everyone clustered around those two turn-in points. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna spread bombs like crazy again.
All right, I think ReGen needs to get the Diablo. They definitely don't need to let the Diablo go. Okay, opting for the Johanna. She does offer wave clear, and she offers decent frontline control and a very much a comfort pick for Repsychic. I know that's one of his favorite. Yes, that's definitely comfort there. But Diablo's still on the... And there we go again. Alex Diablo.
PJ Tim. Yep, and then, Sailor Sky on the Alex Straza again.
I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So, yeah.
Right?
I have played her with some success on this map. She doesn't get quite as much value because there are two separate objective points, and if she pops Dragon at one, you can run to the other. But, small enough map that you can still get some value, I think.
And there's the respect ban. There's what I wanted to see.
Yep. There's that Alarak ban.
So since you
same thing.
Play with Contender, where does Contender go here? Do you think, now that the Alarak's gone?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I think I've been so focused on the Alarak pick that...
You just knew which one to fear? Is that what it is? You know which one to fear?
That's the one that's made the most impression on me, we'll say.
And a Jaina ban.
They don't want to deal with... there were some good rings coming out from ReGen last game, so...
I want Gul'dan here for ReGen.
Gul'dan is fantastic on this map. He can clear spiders really quickly. He can get stacked easily because it is so small. And, you're forced to team fight quite a bit.
An Orphea.
Oh, Orphea.
And a Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy gets to come out and play this round.
This is the first time I've seen Orphea in a while because she usually doesn't make it through the ban phase. Look at that. We're getting Orphea. We're getting Diablo. This is good stuff. And here we'll have to see what the pick for Contender is now that Alarak's off the table.
How about a Phoenix and a Blaze here? I don't know if Contender plays Phoenix, but a Phoenix Blaze would be nice, I think.
Yeah.
Blaze Greymane. I can live with that. I like that.
Yeah.
Greymane's one of those...
Solo lane again here.
he's one of those. He's a little bit out of the meta, but he can still do work. And if you don't pay attention, he can make you pay. So I think I like
Yeah.
the Gray Mane. He can go off. He can get camps. He can do a lot on this map. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. No, I like that pick. And then
Triple
Tychus.
backline. Interesting
Alright.
choice. I personally, if I'm ReGen, I'm taking Leo because it's just so easy to drain Blaze.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking they took Tychus, because they have Diablo and Blaze up in their face, two heroes that they're trying to chip away at. But like you said, that triple backline, the Leoric would have been a good pick here, I think. So we'll
Well,
have to see.
we will definitely have to see. I'm curious if Johanna. Oh, what happened? Interesting. Oh, I know what happened. Good old hot slugs. Ruined my where that was set. Johanna's got a lot of pressure. That triple backline with a Blaze that can dive, a Gray Mane that can dive, and a Diablo that can dive is really, really going to have to be on point.
Yeah, I think definitely a little squishier on the side of ReGen.
All right, well, on the Found Vikings, we got PJ Tim on the Diablo, Contender on the Gray Mane this time, Sailor Sky deciding Alex is the answer once again, Cyan on the KT, and Dicky once again rocking that new Blaze skin.
Then over here on the right side for ReGen Red, we've got Recyclic on the Lucio, Carve on Raynor, Abashore on Orphea, Zulkin on Tychus, and Arrow on the Johanna. Looks like we're opting for our traditional dance in mid as usual.
Well, you have to be, if you're ReGen, you absolutely have to be careful here. One misstep, Johanna has just got so much to try to control. Diablo can get right by Johanna. So can the Gray Mane and the Blaze. It's just they got to be careful.
She's going to need to make sure she definitely stays out in front, protecting her back line. Otherwise, one flip from Diablo, and that's going to be lights out for them. Good rotations going from the Found Vikings here.
Yeah,
They're already done with that lane, moving back down.
And they leave Orphea up to clear, sensing that they're getting behind in rotation already. Orphea is going to have to be careful here, though.
Wisely backing out.
All right. PJ's going to anchor here. This should be an easy, nice, clean clear.
It looks like Greymane rotating down to bot, maybe looking to help Blaze here, maybe trying to catch the Tychus out.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Back up, Tychus.
Goes missed the stun on Blaze though, so it looks like Tychus is going to be able to walk away from this.
If I am the Found Vikings, why you got Gray Mane down here? Take the camp, and that's what they're going to do.
Looks like they're on the same page as you.
I mean, you're winning the rotation battle with a 3-man. Why not send Contender down?
I mean, Greymane, taking camps is one of his strengths, so I definitely think you should put that to use, for sure. Use all the tools at your disposal.
Don't forget your gem there. There you go, Sky.
Both teams about even on XP as of right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Diablo's going to be fine, but if Cyan had stayed there, that could have been a dead Lucio, perhaps. Definitely a dead Lucio if Greymane's there.
Definitely, but if there's no follow-up from that wall bang on Diablo, he's got enough mobility that he can just slide right on out of there.
Okay.
Not that I would know anything about getting caught out as Lucio with Diablo.
Poor Sky. PJ just let that heal go to waste.
Walking away from your circles.
Circle of trust, right?
Yep.
Okay, Johanna's Arrow's just gonna put his nose out there, see if they can get some fight going, but nope, they are gonna back out. I would like to see PJ here. No, he just. I would like to see him try to like disrupt the rotations here. They have the faster clear. Even if he comes over just a little bit, just to slow him down, the threat of Diablo jumping you, they don't know what's behind you.
I mean, and ReGen Red now has turn-in, so they're going to be looking to get those gems in and try and get first wave of spiders.
Yeah, but with the KT and the Diablo, they can poke that for days. Arrow checking the bush, not wanting to get picked.
It's like Blaze was up in mid. All right, heading back down to bot lane. Face off with Tychus again.
All right, I like the back off move there by PJ, just backing them off just enough, and even gets the interrupt. Well played.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like ReGen's going to try to go bot. And Dicky has sniffed it out.
Vikings have turned in now too, so it's going to be a back and forth here, poking, trying to see which team can get their gems turned in first.
And it is ReGen.
It's going to go over to ReGen. Orphea sneaking hers in bot.
Looks like ReGen's going to opt to put all their resources into the win lane.
Pushing top. No, it's smart. That's what I would be doing, or suggesting my team do, because top lane is boss lane, so that's where you want the main focus of your pressure to be. Blaze and Tychus still staying bot.
So you don't think it would be wiser to push all three early on here and maximize the XP you're going to get?
I mean, maybe if I'm ReGen, well, they're rotating out of here now. It doesn't look like they're going to get much top. Yeah, they're going to try and push in a little bit mid here, but
KT with an aggressive rotation. So that was really aggressive.
Yeah. Okay, and that middle spider falling pretty quick too.
Continue. Okay, they're just gonna back up. It looks like Blaze did a really good. Dicky did a really good job clearing that on his own with the Tychus.
Little low on health down here, but
I think if you're the Found Vikings, you're okay with how that turned out.
Yeah, I mean you lost, few walls, a couple towers, but all in all, all your structures are still standing, and you've still got turn in. We're still at zero deaths on both sides now for the moment. So
I would like to see. I would have liked to see Contender get those bruisers out first, because there's not another turn on the other side. Have somebody else turn in. But they opt to get the turn in. And let's see what they can do with theirs. There's the Iron Skin. Johanna's going to be fine.
We're approaching 10 for both teams, though it looks like ReGen's going to have that slightly earlier than the Found Vikings.
Well, it depends.
Like Vikings are going to push top too. They're putting most of their pressure in top lane as well.
Yeah, I would like them to put one down bottom and get as much soak as they can and try to get 10 at the same time so they can really just push in hard.
I mean, you got Blaze up in mid. Tychus is working to clear bot.
Uh-oh. Orphea overstepped and is lucky she did not get punished.
10s for ReGen. They've picked them up first, but it looks like the Found Vikings are going to have theirs as well here shortly.
Sound Barrier, Odin, Bless Shield, Hyperion.
The Alexstrasza this time instead of the Cleansing Flame.
And we got Go for the Throat, Lifebinder,
APOC? I think Go for the Throat.
I would like to see APOC here maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, Lightning Breath on the turn-in sometimes in the close, areas in there. You can get jammed up pretty quick. I think that could be
Phoenix.
useful.
Phoenix is the choice this time. I like that.
Yep, control of objective points, and that is 2 forts down for ReGen.
And Diablo still... PJ's like, I guess he's not Oh, lightning breath. Okay.
Oh, did go lightning breath. Yep. Okay.
Uh,
Pushing it a little
Cyan needs to
aggressively
be...
here at bot.
Odin. They need to get
ReGen
out of
looking.
Odin. Oh, there's a
ReGen
nice
looking for the
stun.
flank.
Nice follow-up. And PJ is down.
Oh, down, and all those gems left behind.
Contenders in trouble here. But
Makes it out.
Contenders going to get out. Diablo's... I think the big thing on that fight is Diablo is soulless.
He's down his souls, and he, like I said, he lost quite a chunk of gems, although they still have turn-in, it looks like. Yep. But he's not going to have any souls now, and he's going to have to work to get those back. Okay, he's...
Nice stun by Dicky.
They're trying to get their gems in.
But Tychus is just melting Blaze right there. Johanna could be... Arrow's in some
Ooh,
trouble
that could
here.
get... That's a pick. Oh, almost going to walk out of there in usual Joanna fashion.
Yeah, but I think Iron Skin was down. That should have been a dead Johanna with a little bit of focus fire.
A little bit of follow-up, but...
Contenders in trouble.
Oh,
Sky's in trouble.
that life binder does not go off quite fast enough. Cyan getting caught out as well.
We have a pause.
We have a pause. I wonder if someone looks like Tychus has disconnected, possibly.
Okay. Well, what do we think about what's going on here so far? ReGen turned it around quite well.
They did. They turned it around. That Diablo pick, I think, turned it around, because now he's back, but he's not as effective without his souls. And Bound Vikings just lost 2 people in that team fight, which is going to guarantee the next turn-in to ReGen. So they're going to be able to put in some significant pressure of their own here, for sure.
Yeah, maybe they're going to make a believer out of me of triple backline. Not a big fan, but right now it's working.
Yeah. So we're going to have to see here. Looks like Kael'thas is still up for the defense. We lost Alex Straza, so no heals for this, but you know, we'll see. They're definitely going to lose at least 1 or 2 forts here.
Well, since we've been delayed, we are delayed, but it might get out. I know what I would like to see ReGen do here before they get their turn in, but I won't say what I'd like to see them do. I don't want to help them any way, shape, or form. I wonder if he lost voice and everything, Zulkin. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put us on the Be Right Back screen, and I'm going to try to figure out what's going on. We will be right back, everybody. All right, Born. We have him back, so...
Yep. Looks like we're going to be good to go here.
All right. Let's see. Both teams are ready.
Yep. All right. You going to count us down
3,
here?
2, 1. Here we go. And we are back live.
All right, looks like ReGen opting to get that turn in. Were you hoping they were going to go boss there?
No, I was hoping they'd go get the siege camp. They had plenty of time to do it. I mean, you send Jimmy down there, let him get the camp out, and then turn. But that's just me, because I'm greedy. I mean, 2 are down, be greedy.
As long as someone has started that camp for you, you can, have someone else come down and help you finish it off while you, get the get the turn in and the objective started. But
Wow, that spider's just getting melted.
melted there in mid, and top lane is pushed so far out that they're not probably going to get too much value from that.
Just
Yep,
stay.
looks like Found Vikings rotating bot.
Yeah, they should have just. Jimmy just should have stayed top at that point when he seen that got melted like that. All right, so if they're going bottom, I guess that means they're just going to concede that top's gone.
Which is, that could be a little bit of a problem later. That is boss lane, as we mentioned earlier. So this, that's going to open them up to pressure from the boss. It's going to open them up to catapults there. And, ReGen's going to walk away without ever feeling threatened.
So we get our first fort down, and
Yes, on the side of Found Vikings, they just lost their first fort. Yep.
they should see this map and they should be pushing mid hard.
Mm-hmm.
But they opt to back out.
Yeah.
I guess better safe than sorry. Your talent tier up right now while give your opponent a chance to get back into the game.
Yeah, I think that was the right call there. I don't think I would have pushed too hard. They've almost got another turn in. The lanes are way more pushed out now. Although even talent tiers, again. We see Dragon Queen coming out, Hyperion.
I don't know about
Jimmy.
the Hyperion there. Maybe if the Orphea all had come out.
Yeah, it looks like, Dragon Queen burned on the side of Found Vikings, so some ultimates.
All right.
Down both sides. Now we see the Odin. They're coming back in.
Let's see if the Vikings here learned not to fight into Odin this time, and it looks like they have.
Learned their lesson the first time. And it looks like ReGen's going to opt to push in with that Odin pressure a little bit there.
Okay. I think the Vikings would be wise here if they're doing their math, and caster math's kind of hard, but maybe get the bruiser out. Okay, they opt for a turn in instead. I think.
I don't think we haven't seen a single bruiser camp from either of these teams yet this game, have we?
Nope. I think you send Contender over to start the bruiser camp while you're turning in, and it times out perfect, and you can just take it right down the middle.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Greymane, one of his strengths is taking these camps, and it looked like early game they were going to capitalize on that, but not so much anymore.
Okay, so the Vikings have committed everything up here, which I like this. That should get bottom for free, and they should get pretty good value mid if they can keep all of ReGen here.
Yeah. See them pushing, and yeah, these towers and the wall are gone. See the Phoenix coming down from Kael'thas.
Okay, here's a Hyperion. PJ. Okay.
Lightfinder going off this time onto Blaze.
They're fine. Johanna, Arrow's in some trouble here. I think Arrow's. Yes, there goes your front line.
Those bombs.
And here comes Odin again.
Odin back up again.
I don't know. It's just Odin. Why not push in?
You have no wave if you're the Found Vikings. It's working its way up to you, but I don't know that I necessarily want to fight under a keep and Odin.
Live a little. And Contender agrees with me. Contender agrees. Yeah. It's like, you know what?
They waited for the wave. They've got their wave now. They're pushing in. Johanna's only just coming back up. So they get that keep. They're going to have constant catapult pressure in that top lane, in that boss lane.
And even though they have a structure advantage, the Vikings are actually still down with talent.
And they're 16s just being picked up on their side. Okay.
Come on, Contender. Give me a bruiser camp out here. Let's see one.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and defend here. ReGen has turn in again.
Oh, there's a sound barrier. Had to come out.
But Diablo's standing right in that chomp.
Standing tall. Arrow is
saving him.
Going to go down here.
Again, the Kael'thas getting value there. That's twice now on the Johanna.
That's just when you gotta. See now, if you're ReGen, you have a problem. You have really no way to engage, no anything with your Johanna down for 30 seconds. So the map is just totally the Vikings' playground now. I
You
think they
can't.
go to boss here, right?
Yeah, because you're, and maybe if you're regen, you might suspect boss. You might try and go get that turn in, but ultimately, I don't think with Johanna and Tychus down, they're not going to be able to contest this boss.
No, it should be with a gray main beating on it. It should be before Johanna could even get there to create an engagement. This boss should be capped. And now the question is do you try to win here, or do you just go around collect some gems? But ReGen has other plans. I like this play. This helps you defend against this boss and get some pressure
Yep.
out of your lanes.
I think that was the right call, getting that turn in. Looks like Found Vikings opting to let boss push on its own. They're going to try and put pressure on other lanes.
They're just going to clean up mid and bot
They're
here
gonna
real fast.
Clean up, yeah.
Now, what I
don't
would
know,
like to
those-
see.
Those lanes are pretty far back. I don't know. I may have tried to push in with boss.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's two trains of thought. The lanes are pushed in. Why not keep them that way? On the flip side, the more pushed in they are, the harder it is going to be for you to get your turn in.
I think I would have liked to see them be a little more aggressive there and try and push with boss. And they better watch the
Okay.
flank here.
Yep. Arrows in position, but the
Regen's
DPS.
looking for it. Contender getting caught out a little bit, separated from his team.
Oh, this could be a problem. Orphea wasn't there.
Oh.
They took a fight without Orphea.
Lifebinder coming out to save Contender. Dragon Queen has been popped, but they are fighting into Odin under Hyperion.
Sailor.
Sailor Sky in a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
Looks like
And-
they're gonna.
Odin's just going to get as much value. He's going to get as much value out of Odin as he can.
But Found Vikings walks away from that, without too much trouble.
Okay, PJ's mid. That should at least be a deterrent for ReGen. And here we go. Here's another bruiser.
There you go. Contender trying to get out that bruiser camp for them.
So you're you're a level behind.
But still on even talent tiers for the time being. So if you're regen, now's the time you want to take the fight. Blaze is still top.
I like this play by ReGen here. Oh, I thought they were going for the camp, but okay. They walked all the way down there and changed their mind.
Oh, Lucio going down that Kael'thas bomb.
The Kael'thas is real. That's going to be a Tychus.
Yep.
Arrow is going to
Oh,
go
the-
down. Orphea.
Lightning breath getting value.
And that's going to be game. Unless,
Nice.
no, that's going to be game. I thought maybe, Jimmy had an ace in the hole there, but apparently not.
Nope. Yep, and 20's getting picked up on the side of the Found Vikings. They're gonna be able to push in here. They've got this camp. They got spell shield. They're gonna annihilate this core here.
Well played by the Vikings.
Well played. That's gonna be a 2-0 series for them.
Yep, that is 2-0. Well played.
Those are the GGs.
So I will see if we can get an interview. What did you think? Did you just think maybe the triple backline? I'm just never a fan of it, and I think you see why. If your tank goes down, you're done.
You don't really have too much left. They, aside from Johanna, who, I mean, she is, very, very beefy, provides a good wall for her team. But, if something happens to her, then there's no one left to protect you. And they had the Blaze and the Diablo on the side of the Found Vikings. So it was a lot harder to get to their backline.
Yeah, live and learn, I guess. They had to try something. Maybe they were hoping the damage would carry, but let's see if we can get a hold of Sky here. I'm going to put up the Be Right Back. Stay tuned. We're going to try to get an interview with our winners. All right, we are back with Contender. How you doing?
Pretty good. It was a fun night.
I gotta say, the Alarak was nasty.
I was surprised. It's very rare that I can get them through. Most people see 125 Alarak and insta-ban them.
I was hoping I would get to see him tonight.
Yeah, very nasty. Couple 3-man silences. So, why the Tyrande ban?
We did a little research on the team, and we noticed that their healer played a lot of Tyrande, and a good Tyrande is a scary thing. You have the picks and you have the heals. We just didn't want to deal with it, and we weren't too scared of much else.
And I'm going to assume the same thing with the Garrosh?
Yes, exactly.
So research, it's a wonderful thing.
It looked like they did their research with you guys too. Saw the bans on Maev and Stukov each time.
Yeah, we were surprised on the Stukov ban. I was kind of expecting the Maev ban because they generally go for those pick heroes like Alarak or Maev, things like that. But the Stukov seemed interesting to us, especially the second time around with guys healing, even with the Ana, was more than doubling theirs. But what we were really expecting on the second round was a KT ban. We were shocked that he didn't get banned again.
Yeah, he did some serious work in game one. There was times it looked like ReGen was going to win the fight, but then the bombs were just real.
Yeah, they love to stack in those fights, and the bombs, they punish that.
I'm pretty sure when we Almost Legends, when we scrimmed you guys, I'm pretty sure we ended up banning Kael'thas that second round after we saw what Cyan can do.
Yeah, that's generally how it goes.
Yeah.
People let them go through like, oh, it's only KT.
Yeah. The bomb spread is real. It's real, and not enough teams, I think, are careful about that.
No, and especially with KT stun, if you're good at that like Cyan is, you can just pick people too with KT and then just set them up perfectly for the tanks to take control.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the first draft. Were you shocked that KT and Diablo came through to you? Both of them?
I was kind of expecting KT to go through because, like I said, I did a little research and I didn't see any of them that really played KT that much. But Diablo, I was very shocked. I had my tank snatch that up right away because they do play Diablo a little bit. I don't know if they play it in their team, but he's just such a controlled tank that you can't really let him go through like that.
Even with the slight nerf, when I was telling Born that 1 second, it feels like it's not long enough if you're on the opposite side of Diablo, and it feels like it's an eternity if you're the guy playing Diablo. That 1 second feels like an eternity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the first time I've seen him in the past couple weeks in any games that I've played or watched. He's usually first round ban material, so that was great. I'm glad I got to see him both games.
And can you explain why the priority on the Alex?
That is honestly Sky's favorite healer. She loves Alex and can do a lot with her. You could even see with the Ana negating a lot of the healing, she was still cranking those numbers up.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw a few times in that first game, start seeing that negative healing pop up from Ana, but it didn't seem to make too much of a dent in Alex's output.
No, and especially the later the game got, the more Alarak turns online and KT turns online, and we're able to just get back to Ana, and she can't keep up with the damage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else from game one that really sticks out. Yeah, the winning fight. Were you shocked that they opted to come in to the conveyors of death at the third objective and fight you guys a talent tier down instead of conceding?
Well, they had two options there. Neither one was really a good pick. It was either give it entirely or fight there. And I think they were 3 levels down at that point. So
yeah, it was 2017, yeah.
You saw what happened if they fought there. They all died. But if they fought underneath the core, the fort was already given, or the keep. that was given with the Protector. Then once we got onto the core, even with that late game of a Protector and us being 3 levels up, we would have easily gotten that core. So neither one was a good option, but it was just pick which death you want.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Is kind of pick your poison here. Die early or die later. So they take us to Spider Queen. Did you expect to go to Spider Queen, or did you expect them to? Did you expect them to take map or opt for the pick again? I guess is the first question.
I expected them to take map because most people want to go for that home field advantage, and really, I don't know if we were too worried about any map that they could pick, because we thrive on 3-lane maps, and we banned out the only 2-lane map in the rotation this season. So that really helped us, and then Spider Queen just plays the KT strengths even more, and they let him go through, so we were just happy about that.
Yeah. And did it make you guys happy too when you saw that they, solo take Johanna, and that they had, a squishy backline without any other warrior to follow up on protection?
It was nice a little bit. The Tygus, I don't know if you were paying attention to the solo lane, but Tygus hard counters Blaze. But luckily they weren't able to get too much value out of that because Tygus doesn't have a whole lot of push.
Yeah.
But honestly, with all that they picked, they had no wave clear. So that's what I was more excited about. Whom is such a wave clear map. Like, you need to be able to clear those big spider waves coming in, and all they had was Ranner every once in a while getting his pepper, and Orphea with her chomp. That just not enough.
If I was to be honest, I really felt bad as a tank player for Arrow to try to control 3, for all intent and purpose, 3 dive heroes. To try to control that to your triple backline is a big ask of any tank. No matter what level, that's a big ask.
Yeah, and for the beginning, he did a very good job of keeping us off the Tygus, and the Tygus was just melting our tanks. But the further we got, just the more talents we got to be able to dive further, and he just couldn't keep up.
Yeah. Why no bruiser camps? I'm like, why not a bruiser camp here? And then you're turning in. I'm like, I would have rather seen Contender working on the bruiser camp, have somebody else turn in. I think we're like, level 18 before we get our first bruiser camp out? And that's because ReGen took a fight right there close by it, and you guys like, we're here. Why not?
It was mostly because they did a very good job of picking up every gym and keeping us from getting theirs with that Johanna. So we were constantly keeping up with the soak, and we had to stop them from turning in the entire match because it seemed like there was only about 2 minutes out of the whole time where after they got their first turn in that they didn't have turn in. So we were constantly watching that, and it was just those constant poke fights in between there. We didn't really have a big opportunity to go get the bruiser camp.
Well, I did like that early rotation when you came down and helped Dickie, I believe, was on the Blaze. And then, your KT and PJ, they're keeping up in rotation with 3-man, and you go down. And I believe you did go ahead and get the siege while you were down there, which I liked to see that. You're already down there. Why not go ahead and do the gray main thing?
Yeah, and that's coming back to what I said before. They had no wave clear, so KT was able to just flame strike done. Then they could rotate freely and be able to keep up with a 3-4 man rotation as a 2-man.
Well, there's one other thing, and then I'll let Born ask you a couple questions. When you take the boss, you opt to push. Did you just feel like you couldn't end there? Or once you seen the ReGen turn in, you just decided you were going to get more value cleaning those spiders up than trying to do anything? Oh.
My question, Val. I think that was my big point from that game. Is I watched you guys walk away from that boss. There was no keep, and I don't think you were up a talent tier, but you were up levels, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like they could have taken that fight there. So what was going through your mind?
So we could have taken that fight, but we were only level 18 at that point. So level 18 on the core with the boss, you can end if you get a good wipe, but the risk of us getting wiped and them turning around and pushing back on us with the web weavers at level 18 once they wipe us would be 19-20. So it was just more beneficial in our eyes to clear safely, not let them get the fight that they wanted before 20, and then push.
Risk reward. Yeah, I think you judged the risk versus the reward quite well there.
I think in both games, there were a couple of times I noticed, you guys backed out when you should have, and played well, played to your strengths.
All right.
I didn't have any other questions.
All right. The floor is yours. Contender, some shout outs.
Just shout out to the team. We played great tonight, did what we were supposed to, and everyone did their job.
Okay. Well.
Oh, and thanks for casting us. Always makes it more fun. Makes us play better.
Well, we did. Born helped me do a test run. My first one. Anybody that watched the first one, I had no sound. It was just me talking, and I felt like a total fool. So we did a dry run to make sure all the sound and everything worked, and Born's camera was right, and yeah, I was pretty stressed out leading up to it, especially after the first time. But I promised Jason it would all be fixed. We got it all fixed.